Hello and welcome to another episode of Between the Studs. I'm your host Mark. Today I'm joined by Alex and Steven.
What's up?
Hey everyone.
And today we have a new format, a new concept to present. This time it's going to be a minifigure tournament. We've each selected 5 and then 1 extra minifigure to go into this mystery container. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull out 2 figures and decide which one is the best at battling, or which one's the best warrior,
or brawler,
best at fighting.
Who would win in a fight?
So combat. Just like imagine a duel.
Yep.
And we're going to do that until all 16 figures have been gone through, and then we'll continue to reduce this tournament bracket until only 1 figure remains. So this is going to be fun. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So
It's really exciting.
We're not going to show you guys yet, but we each know at least our own picks. It should be a bunch of crazy characters to compare.
Very different characters from totally different franchises, like, all kinds of different stuff.
Exactly. A lot of fun to be had. Let's go ahead and get started. Once the figures we each pick, we each have a vote and say which one we want to win. Then once a winner is chosen, it goes over here in the pumpkin. Once a loser happens, they go in the skull, and they're never seen again.
They're dead.
This is going to be round 2 and 3 and so on, but the losers will be removed from the match. So, you guys ready to go?
I think we're
let's
set.
go.
Let's get
Alrighty.
it.
So here's our container of mystery figures.
Who goes first?
Well,
Who picks first?
That's what we're about to do.
Okay.
So, Alex, you want to pick out our first 2 figures? So go ahead and reach in there.
Let's see.
That's a peek. No peeking.
Nice and
Two.
quick.
Quickly,
Grab
quickly,
2 out of
quickly,
it.
quickly.
That's
There. There's 2. Okay.
Oh, we've
Oh
got
my goodness.
forearm stitch.
What do we have here,
I'm gonna
Alex?
hold them up. We have forearm Stitch right here with his
blasters.
blasters. We also have the exploding creeper as well.
The red creeper, yeah.
The red creeper. Okay.
So this
Now,
is a really
is this a
interesting
charge
matchup.
creeper? I don't know if it is or
It's
not.
not. So it's just when the creeper, when it comes up on someone and it's exploding right there. It's exploding on them.
impact. Right. Okay.
So-
I think it's also from the Minecraft Dungeons set specifically.
That's right. I think they have a
So
few different types.
It's a little
but
bit. It's
but we know what it does.
Yeah, you know what it is.
We know what it does.
I'm kind of wondering what mode are we on in Minecraft right
Is
now?
it
Really
hard?
makes a difference. If it's hard mode, Stitch is dead.
That's right. If it's on like
Easy.
even easy,
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's go ahead, Steven. You play Minecraft, and
Play Minecraft?
you've seen the Lilo and Stitch movies.
We
You're
have.
familiar with Stitch. Which one of these 2 characters do you think would survive, and explain why?
So most characters I don't think would survive a creeper. Even a fully decked out Steve and his armor, the main character of Minecraft, even if he has all his upgraded armor, he can't survive a direct hit from a creeper. You would die.
Most characters
Yeah.
die.
Most characters would die. Stitch, on the other hand, here's the thing. There's a scene in the movie where Jumba says, "Shh, he's listening for us," and then Bleakley says, "How good is his hearing?" And he turns around like he's in a building like a mile away. So here's the thing: the creeper's biggest advantage is to
Stealth.
sneak up on someone.
Yeah.
That's very important. But Stitch with those huge ears, I think you hear him coming, and he can handle most impact. Like he's jumping off of planes and stuff. So Stitch is pretty lethal. I think he would survive a blast because it's just the one shot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The creeper can only blow up one time.
It's just one, and it's gone. It's over.
So your vote is for Stitch.
I
this
think
round.
Stitch would see him coming before. Yeah,
That's
I think he's better.
good vote, Steve, and good logical reasoning there too.
He's very capable.
What's your take on the opinion, Alex?
Originally, I was thinking what mode of Minecraft is
That's
this?
very important.
However,
how big an explosion
even
is
if
that?
this is hard mode, I feel like Stitch, he's just so fast as well, besides his good hearing.
He darts
that
around.
He's just all over
And
the
creepers
place.
are slow.
The creeper's never going to get him. And even if he starts to go off, Stitch is going to run off super quick.
Dodge
And he's
him.
also, even if the creeper got him, he's indestructible pretty
He
much.
probably
Pretty
so.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
most
probably gonna
things
make
won't
it.
hurt
So
him.
my vote is for Stitch.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to follow the trend and a unanimous vote for Stitch.
Yeah.
The reason being is that in the scene, I recently rewatched Lilo and Stitch, and he's trying to rescue Lilo from the ship that she's being taken off in, and the jets actually both turn and incinerate Stitch.
Oh, that's right.
He
And he
falls
shrugs
from
it off.
orbit to the planet and still is just fine.
Shrugs it off. I forgot. Stitch might win this. Actually,
He's
now I think
literally
about it.
indestructible in that regard. So I think an explosion, as
Even a
big
good-
and
even a good explosion.
as terrifying as a creeper is, I think Stitch wins this round. So we can move Stitch safely into the victory
Not to
bucket.
mention the ranged weapon too. That's the one way you get a creeper.
This Stitch is
Yeah.
equipped with the little blasters. I think that gives him an even bigger edge. So
So yeah, he's gonna go
a
away.
clear winner in
And the
round
creeper,
1.
pretty dangerous, but not quite dangerous enough.
Exactly.
There you go.
Great selection
Yeah,
so
that
far.
was a fun
So
video.
we got more crazy
careful.
characters. We won't shake them up too
All right,
much.
my turn. I'll go.
Go ahead and
Go.
rapid fire. Grab them.
Okay.
Go 1, 2.
Oh,
There's two.
oh,
Okay.
What a matchup.
Oh,
So,
my
Steven,
word.
Describe what we have
We
here. on the
have
table.
11 from Stranger Things versus Jack Sparrow. This is hard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Never think about
Someone
it.
else go first. I need to
So
think about
I guess
this.
I'll go first. Oh, I need to rationale this combat, how this would go down. So first of all, 11 would be confused by Jack Sparrow and his rambling kind of
You'd try to figure it out first.
dizzying manner. So, but I think in the end, 11 would probably just pop Jack Sparrow like
Throw him off the boat.
like a watermelon.
Literally
Or
throw him
just-
off the boat,
She just
yeah.
throw him off the boat. I think 11 would probably win. Jack Sparrow wouldn't really want to hurt a little girl, but I think if they were actually trying to get each other, I think 11's mental powers would actually succeed against Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
So
There's nothing
11
still-
for me, but I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. Let's start with Alex.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. So this is a hard one.
This is a challenging.
As
Wouldn't
well,
these two just
so-
become friends like immediately?
I
though?
thought about
mean,
this, but I feel like 11 would be a little bit. I'm not sure what to think of this guy.
Yeah,
like
and
they might become good
Jack Sparrow would
friends.
try to.
Jack Sparrow would not go after a little girl.
He'd probably
right? He
teach her
wouldn't
life
hurt
lessons, not
Yeah, he'd show her how a compass worked. You know, like that's what he would do. So yeah.
But if they did fight, I feel like we do have to give credit to Jack Sparrow that he
He's
gets
really
eaten
smart,
by
yeah.
a kraken at one point.
True.
He was one of on the crew of the Black Pearl, where he was kind of an undead person.
Exactly.
as
Skeleton.
well.
He's a
So
skeleton. Yeah.
it's kind of which time is he in as well, and
Yeah.
it's just he's even goes into like this other universe kind of thing.
Goes to like
upside-
dream
even
world.
like an upside down kind of
Yeah,
thing.
He navigates the afterlife.
So they
yeah.
both like are able to navigate that. So it's hard because they're like.
Two
Eleven
very
has amazing
powerful
abilities
characters. Yeah.
with her mind, and
Basically
she can
the Force.
transport herself other
It's
places.
basically the Force.
and-
Yeah, exactly.
But I think at the end of the day, 11
She
would-
also
would
teleports
win.
into sort of an afterlife. They have a lot in
Very
common
true.
going on here.
They would be good friends. But
Yeah,
things
They would
went awry.
immediately befriend each other.
If
but
you have to pick one,
I
you
think I
pick
have to
11.
go.
think
But
I'm-
at the end of the day, Jack Sparrow is just a guy. You know, he's just a man. He's a smart guy, and he knows how to navigate a boat.
He's
and
an
fight.
exceptional pirate.
But he flaunts his weapons everywhere, right? His pistol's right here, his sword's right here. Elle would just go, whoop, you just take them and then throw them off the boat. Like, I think that's just how it works. It's literally like a Jedi versus a normal dude with a sword.
Yeah.
I think that Elle would take the win. Elle would take the W. So yeah. I think Jack wouldn't, maybe he'd try to outsmart the situation.
He has a
perhaps,
pistol, too,
He's very
so-
smart. But I think Elle has stopped guns before. I think she's been able to like crush them and throw them away or something, if I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she's just a little too dangerous. I think it's like Grogu or a Jedi. Same thing.
So a very contentious match, but we
Very.
all feel at least
I would not have
slightly-
matched the two.
I know.
At least slightly that 11 would probably
Yeah,
win.
I think
so
it just happened. So
we're
yeah.
gonna move on with this.
Jack Sparrow goes in the locker.
Yep, goes to Davy Jones.
Alright.
What's the problem? Okay, can somebody hold the container?
I'll hold it.
And I will remove the lid and
And-
pick out two characters. Okay, ready?
And go for it.
Quick.
And,
What do we got? What do
Oh!
Oh!
So here,
Uh-oh.
here we have Anakin Skywalker with his angry Sith eyes
Uh-oh, Sith version.
versus Samurai X, aka Nia, the great character from Ninjago in her Samurai X costume. So yeah, two notable warriors here. I think this is probably the two most militaristic characters we've had
Yeah,
so
for
far.
sure.
Yeah. Let's start. Steven, do you have any thoughts on this matchup?
I know Anakin's very dangerous. He's fought a lot of...
He's the chosen one.
He's the chosen one. He's really good with the Force, and he can fly fighter jets, and he's got a weapon that could cut any piece of metal.
Mhm.
So Jedi is really, really hard
And
to
the
best.
Force,
And
yeah.
the Force.
Yeah.
Is it Nia?
Nia.
Or Nia? That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Nia, I don't know much about Ninjago.
We forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's not deliberate. I'm not deliberately avoiding it. I feel like imagine if this was Jack Sparrow versus this, it'd be a much more even fight.
Yeah.
But
Anakin is overpowered.
I think it's just pretty straightforward. I think Anakin's going to take the win on this one. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a solid logical reason.
It's just too stacked.
It might also be that you don't really know all of Nia's skill set.
That I don't know. I don't know if she has any, tricks up her sleeve. But
Mhm. Yeah. Well, Alex, you're a
I
fan
would
of
love to go
Ninjago.
with
Yeah.
Alex. I am a fan of Ninjago, and
Mhm.
Nia is one of my favorite characters, and she's actually very dangerous and amazing warrior because besides being an inventor, making huge mechs as Samurai X,
All right.
Mhm.
she has amazing sword skills, and she also has the elemental power of water as well. So that
I
can
didn't
definitely do
know
more
that.
damage to Anakin,
Yeah.
even with the lightsaber too.
It doesn't do much, does it? Water would just...
It's
just-
true.
It's just more water.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might. It'll be more effective for sure than
Didn't know
just
that.
her sword.
That was some.
At this point in her story, does she have elemental powers?
at this point in the story, she did not. Have samurai eyes.
Okay.
She hadn't unlocked them yet, but that was
Okay,
there.
if she did, then that would be very different. I might have it the other way, but she could just drown the fella. Too bad she doesn't have sand powers, though.
I know. Yeah.
Pocket sand, yeah.
Anakin would
Sorry,
go down
sorry.
for sure.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go
No,
ahead.
that's
Go ahead.
perfect.
Yeah.
But Anakin is also the chosen one. He is probably the most
Mhm.
dangerous and powerful Jedi
Mm-hmm.
ever lived. That midichlorian count is high.
Yeah.
And so, especially when he's in his Sith mode, though, he's kind of
Unhinged.
unhinged.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was able to defeat him that way. I think I would say Nia, because
Yeah.
she's just there, as
More
a
calculated.
solid warrior.
Yeah, exactly.
calculated.
Okay.
Less
Kind of in the
stressed.
warrior zone as well.
Mhm.
Not distracted by anger or things going on.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Chaos. So.
Yeah. I think this would be a super close match because of some of the things you both have factored in. I mean, Anakin's super powerful, but maybe a little bit unbalanced. Nia, very calculating, strategic warrior. In the end, I think Anakin's force powers and the lightsaber, I think, would be a little bit more effective at cutting than a samurai sword. I know samurai swords are awesome.
Go right through.
But I mean, if you put them both together, I think the lightsaber would go through. So for that reason, I got to go with Anakin as the winner here. So we
That's
did
fine.
outvote Alex. This one was close
Good job,
though.
guys.
It was. Now, if she was driving the mech, okay, it's probably a different story. But yeah.
We are talking pretty much just about the minifigs. The mech would kind of like sort of factor in, but I mean, in a battle, it's pretty.
But then he
close.
could have his starfighter.
He could have a starfighter or something.
That's how far to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
We're talking about the characters.
Yeah, I think Anakin too. I think
Anakin.
Yeah.
So 2v1, but close match.
Sorry, Alex.
It's okay.
Here we go.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
So somebody want to hold that for
There we go.
Alex? You want to grab
There
two
you
more
go,
characters?
Alex, two more, real quick. Don't feel around too much.
That's right. It's falling.
There we go.
Oh.
okay.
Interesting.
Here's a new
So,
one.
We have Wolverine.
Oh, his hair's all
Oh no.
twisted. There we
Gotta
go.
get back.
Ooh.
And Mace Windu.
Mhm. Oh my.
Very
so
strong. These are both very strong
Yes.
characters here.
pretty intense.
Windu's lightsaber abilities are the highest that they can be.
Mhm.
I mean, the purple lightsaber is
He's
kind of a
iconic.
balance between the light and the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But Wolverine is also so strong.
He heals
His balls-
Is
instantly.
vibranium
Adamantium.
is that as
Yeah.
strong as Beskar? Because if it is, then it's
Then
a
his
very
bones-
different story.
Yeah.
His bones are made of
And
metal.
his claws.
Is it
He
strong?
would
That's
be.
the good question.
Could he block a lightsaber with
Because
his
in
claws?
Star Wars, Beskar can block lightsaber, pretty much block a lightsaber.
Absolutely.
So could he catch the lightsaber and then? Oh, this is
It's
really
possible.
hard.
If
'cause-
that's true, then definitely I think he would win. But if not, Mace Windu.
Yeah.
'cause-
Now, Mace Windu, though, if you've seen the original animated Clone Wars, he takes on super battle droids with his fist.
Literally
And, like,
punching huge armored
destroys
droids.
these
Oh,
things,
man, okay.
And it's insane. So
Mm.
this is a hard one.
This is a hard one.
It's
Here's the
This is
thing.
intense.
like Jack
Because-
Sparrow in 11. It's
Because
so close.
Wolverine's almost overpowered as it is because he can regenerate. Because if you crushed him with the Force, he would just pop back into.
He
Yeah,
actually
anytime.
can't crush his bones. So
Yeah, it would
it's,
be Beskar. Yeah, I don't think they can do that.
Mhm.
So yeah, that would be a. I don't know.
That's hard.
We're gonna take a decision though. I think I'm gonna go with. I think we're gonna go with Mace Windu. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, go for it.
And the only reason is I think the Force would probably be the deciding factor. I think
You
his
think
weapons
again?
would be.
Oh,
I think
I didn't
weapons
think
would be
about that,
even. I think weapons would be even, but the Force he could like pick him up and then like throw him like
Chuck
just
him.
throw him around the whole time. Kind of like with Magneto. Kind of like with Magneto almost because Magneto can really
Mess with
he can
Wolverine,
mess
too.
with Wolverine because he can throw the magnets. So I think Mace Windu is almost this similar story. You just wouldn't have to worry about the metal specifically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the Force could be pretty dangerous if he tried.
I'm
That's
curious to
pretty
hear your
much
thoughts,
it.
Alex.
Yeah.
What do you think about
I
this
was
matchup?
leaning towards Mace Windu as well, and with those
Mhm.
thoughts, I think Mace Windu for sure.
This is
Yeah.
probably actually literally the closest matchup.
This
yet.
is
I
by
think,
far the closest
Especially
matchup.
if Wolverine could block a lightsaber, that would mean it would be almost even.
I think he could.
I think in the end, this is the Clone Wars version of Mace Windu. You notice the face and eyes.
the really dangerous.
And so
version.
for that, to me, I just remember Mace Windu not only fighting an entire planet
cartoon,
of super battle droids, but he was literally punching them to pieces with his bare hands.
Can he
for a
fly
whole
in that
day.
one, too?
He was
Yeah.
literally flying around with the power of the Force, and
Yeah.
So Mace Windu's abilities in that particular episode really just barely push it over the line from one of my favorite X-Men characters. I think Mace Windu wins.
I think he's the only one who beat Sidious in a fair fight, isn't he, too? Yeah.
Yes,
he did
until he got betrayed.
He's literally the strongest Jedi out there, isn't he, basically?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Basically was, at least one of them. So, yeah, I
Probably
think
Mace
Mace
Yoda
Windu,
couldn't beat him.
close match, man. This is a harder discussion than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think Mace Windu's winner. Man, Wolverine would have probably done away with most of the people in here, though.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a good
Interesting.
matchup.
Yeah. All right, who's
So
next?
you want to
My
hold
turn?
it? You want to pick out 2 characters there, Steve?
Okay, here we go.
Only a few left here. So.
I got 2.
Oh.
We've got Minecraft Steve versus Animal.
I don't even have to think about this one.
Okay, I'll start because I
Go
picked
ahead.
Animal. Let's see. So here's the thing. Steve is incredibly strong as a character because he can carry all this material.
Yeah.
In the game, he's one of the strongest video game characters ever. Animal, on the other hand, he's very powerful too. He's very crazy,
Known for biting impossible
stuff.
objects.
He can crush anything. He can. You think Cookie Monster is dangerous? This guy can literally. He ate an entire fence to get through as they could help stop the jewel thieves.
So he can eat metal.
He can comfortably eat metal. Well, he struggles a bit, but he can eat metal. But Steve wears diamond armor, and diamonds, he can't bite through diamonds. I don't think.
Well, theoretically not.
Theoretically can't bite through diamonds, yeah. Oh, like, it's, like, do you want to mess with the crazy, though? Like, that's a lot of crazy. I think I'm going to have to go with Minecraft Steve. If he didn't have his tools, though, Minecraft Steve would be just devoured. Like, he'd be eaten alive.
Gobbled up.
Doesn't matter how strong he'd be, he would just bite off his arms before he got a chance. That's the thing. So, because Animal is just all crazy.
So close, but
I see,
if he's got his gear, which he does, I have to go with Minecraft Steve.
yeah. What do you think, Alex?
This is still. I knew this from the beginning. It's gonna be Animal because in Minecraft, even if you have diamond armor, unless you have the enchantments,
That's
which obviously this isn't
right.
enchanted armor, it's over time gonna
Wear it down.
That's right.
So
Oh, I'm about
even
to
if
change
it's
my.
diamond, then he's gonna bite anything.
And
It's
Animal's-
metal.
Animal is like endless
Eventually,
energy.
Steve, and Animal's just always gonna be behind him there.
Yeah, popping up
So-
and down. He
It's
has Muppet
relentless,
powers.
so-
Yeah, Muppet power, yeah.
I'm going for Animal.
Actually,
That's a
I
good point.
completely forgot this does wear out. I forgot about that.
So
I'll have to change my
I was looking into Minecraft Steve as I was picking this figure, and if you factor in how many anvils Minecraft Steve can carry at one
That's
time,
right.
it's 56 metric tons. Which means
Forgot
he
about
can
that.
carry
That's
49
insane.
Eiffel Towers in his pockets and still run and sprint indefinitely. so Minecraft Steve's strength level is off the chain, and I think he would be able to get Animal because he has that diamond sword, and it would take a long time for it to wear out, and he could do a lot of damage
That's
to Animal.
true. Okay, yeah, I'll keep my
Minecraft Steve is still going to be my vote, but that was close. Animal, I think, is one of the few characters who could actually keep up with Minecraft Steve and give him bites and bother him and wear down that armor a bit.
Yeah.
And so, but I think it's got to be Steve. For
Yeah,
me.
I actually agree too. Yeah, sorry, Animal. In most cases, though, like imagine Stitch versus Animal. That would be an interesting fight.
that would have
be
been
a
almost
really
even.
interesting
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
But Minecraft Steve moves on, and
He is
let's,
ridiculously
do we have any
strong.
more characters in here? We've got, I think, 2
me to
left.
hold it
So
for you.
I
I
don't
think
know.
I know who it is. I think I know.
We'll find out.
I think it's 4 actually.
Oh no, 4. We got 4 left. I picked out 2. Oh.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh no!
So-
Oh!
We have-
Uh-oh.
Here we have Aragorn and Scarlet Witch from Marvel.
And Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings versus Marvel, and
Oh,
2
dear.
fan favorites.
Interesting fight.
Aragorn's got his sword, and he's the
Ooh.
king of Gondor. And yeah, he's got his Gondor outfit, so he's already kind of leveled up here.
Mhm.
And then Scarlet Witch also in one of her later forms with her crown and her awesome outfit. So she's like at the end of WandaVision, super powerful.
Yeah,
Can travel through dimensions and other things. So, oh man, what do you guys think? Does anyone have any thoughts on
I
this?
have a few. It has to be Scarlet Witch. And there's a reason why. I like Aragorn. I probably like Aragorn more than anybody in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I really like his character and all that. But this is a bit like Jack Sparrow versus Elle.
Yeah.
It's very similar because she can literally bend stuff and throw stuff and like crush Thanos if she wanted to. And
Yeah.
I think Thanos is more powerful than Aragorn. Aragorn is really cool. He can live a long time. He knows the ins and outs of the dark arts. He knows how to.
He's fought ghosts.
He's
and
fought
stuff,
monsters and ghosts, so this would be nothing particularly new, except how dangerous,
Overpowered.
Yeah, overpowered.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch would be. So I think it's similar with Jack and Elle. I think Aragorn would unfortunately lose. If he had his friends like Legolas and Aragorn, Legolas and Gandalf, that might be
Gimli
different.
and
Gimli and all that.
the
That might be a
hobbits.
different story.
Yeah.
The
But
Fellowship versus
the Fellowship versus Scarlet
The
Witch.
Fellowship would win.
They'd probably win that one. They'd probably get that
You
one.
shall not pass.
especially with Gandalf's help, I think they would do a pretty decent effort. But by himself, I don't think he's quite enough, unfortunately. So.
Good call there, Steven. Yeah. What do you think, Alex? What's your thoughts on this one?
This is a hard one. It's not an automatic for me.
Yeah.
Who would win? Scarlet Witch is super powerful, but she went kind of evil in the movies.
Unhinged.
Unhinged. So she's having a singular focus on having Vision back and her kids, and
Obsessed,
then like taking that out, not having what she wants. So she's very like, kind of like Anakin
Obsessed.
in that state of
Unbalanced.
unbalanced.
Okay. That's fair.
As a warrior, but her powers are so strong that it would probably overcome Aragorn, who at this point in the movies
he's a king.
risen
He's a
to
man.
the throne,
Yeah.
taken his calling, which he was running from, kind of reconciles. He helps take out, huge armies. We lose count of the orcs.
Exactly.
Extremely
again,
dangerous. Yeah.
They're not as like powerful as the Scarlet Witch,
Just
no matter
like-
how many he took out.
Yeah.
So I think the Scarlet
He
Witch
is a
would
normal human being
win out,
when the day's over.
Yeah, with so many interesting characters, there's bound to be a slightly overpowered one here and there, and I think Scarlet Witch is one of those that's like, who could, it's like, you gotta have some sort of really crazy, fantastic edge, and Aragorn is just so solid all around, but does he have that nuke to really take out Scarlet Witch? Maybe not, so I think that
If he had his ghost army, he could probably do it, but he only had it for a brief time.
Yeah.
And it's just the singular character, and the whole kingdom of Gondor, absolutely. But just the king, I think he could probably take him out in this duel.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Good matchup though. Oh man, this has been
I
a lot more difficult.
I don't think the enchanted sword would help either. I don't think she could probably break it, but it's like it's meant to fight Sauron basically. So yeah.
Yep. And I think
Close one,
there's a few characters left. So let's see who wants to go.
Is it my turn or Alex?
Go for it, Alex.
Go ahead.
Get it if I go?
Yeah. Two characters. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Lego Originals now.
So we
What do you
have
got? Oh
Emmett
my
here,
word.
and then
Superstation Master.
Oh,
Oh, this is so hard. Oh my
really
word.
hard. I feel like.
Oh my word. Okay.
Original Lego. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I should probably
You know
go
much
first.
more
So,
about it.
okay, so everybody knows Emmett, and he knows his potential as the chosen one, the ultimate chosen one. Anakin's got nothing on Emmett. But yeah, Emmett's the chosen one. He grew a lot in the movie, and he figured out how to build anything. He can build anything really fast. He's good
a
at
master
fighting.
builder.
He's good at fighting, too. He fought off a whole army of skeletons, and he
With his bare hands,
With his bare hands, and he convinced the villain to do the right thing in the end, which is one of the biggest accomplishments out of any of these heroes. He convinced the villain to be good. Most heroes don't do that. But Superstation Master. For those of you who are unfamiliar, he doesn't have the right head. But anyway, Superstation Master was a character in a couple video games, Lego video games, way back when computers were a new
Lego
thing.
Loco, Lego Island 2.
And I think one other,
More.
But yeah, he was in a couple games. And he could fly. He could fly really, really fast. I don't know how strong he was.
It's unknown, but
It's
probably
unknown
invincible.
how strong. He can snatch people out of thin air without blinking, basically. So in Lego Island 2 specifically, where you see the most of him, there was a railroad in the game, on the map. But if you got onto the railroad, you weren't supposed to. Superstation Master would come out of nowhere. I don't know why they even had this in the game. He'd come out of nowhere and grab you and then bring you back to the train station. And we had this game where we tried to avoid him for as long as possible. And Pepper, our main character, could not maybe a few seconds, and he would fly from the other side of an island the size of like Big Pine Key, Florida, basically. And he'd fly from the other
Manhattan.
side in seconds. He'd fly over, not even seconds, snatch you up while it's not looking and go right back. And even in Lego Loco, he could fly across the city like in a few seconds. Like it was just so fast.
So Mach 5,
He's extremely quick. So he's like the Flash, only the Flash has flight. It's nuts. So
Superman
it's become a kind of a meme just how powerful this guy is. He's one of the few original Lego superheroes who actually has superpowers. Most of them are like adventurers or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's Emmett versus Superstation Master.
So all that said, what do you think your vote is,
I have
Steven?
no idea. That's just the intro. Someone else has got to go
Okay,
first. Yeah.
I'll go. I think that as close as a battle would be, Emmett would be able to hold off Superstation Master long enough before it convinced him to turn good and just save the train instead of just try and destroy Emmett. So I think that Emmett would actually win this fight
By brains.
by turning him, because Superstation Master is a good guy.
He's a hero,
even
yeah.
if they were pitted against each other, I think Emmett would win. He would survive long enough to
Because how
win.
pure he is.
Because also Emmett's pretty tough. He's had stuff glued to his back. He's fallen and he's gone to the
afterlife and back.
He's a punching bag for the entire movie, and so Emmett would survive, and Emmett would convince him. So that's my thoughts. But man, it's such a close matchup again. Crazy to think about. So what do you think, Steven, Alex?
Oh, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, I was thinking if Emmett, usually Superstation Master comes when somebody's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So if Emmett's in trouble and he's on the train track, but Emmett's trying to fight him, well, Emmett's not gonna make it.
He could just like smack them.
He doesn't even have to do anything. That's like
the train would hit them.
That's true.
That's also totally.
That's the only reason
Yeah,
he'd
it's
ever attack
possible.
you is with the train.
Yeah.
Oh man, so
So you
weird.
think Superstation Master?
I
would
think
win
he
that,
might win.
I think
That's
You're the
like
deciding vote, Steven. What do you think?
See, oh man, like I feel like this is almost like Batman versus Superman because Emmett is really smart and well, he becomes really smart and he knows how to build things. He's got equipment. He's got fighting skills.
He's a survivor.
He's tough. He's very durable and he's the chosen one versus like a very overpowered, flying around crazy fella. So. The problem is, Superstation Master doesn't have any kryptonite. Like, he doesn't have a known weakness.
Yeah.
No, he could be Omni-Man. He could be Homelander. Like, we don't know how powerful he is. So, there's that unknown. So, I think, like, if they're actually fighting, I think Superstation Master is just
There you
stronger.
go. Superstation Master.
But I think, like, there's another scenario that's equally plausible where Emmett literally convinces Superstation Master to not be evil.
Yeah.
But then I think most people could convince the other. Like, you couldn't convince the Creeper, obviously, to not
Yeah.
be evil, because it's just a brainless monster. But I think Emmett would. I want to give some props to Emmett, but I think Superstation Master is way more powerful.
Superstation Master, I think, takes this
I
one
think
just
he's
because
gonna
we're
get
also
him.
talking about battle, warrior, prowess. I mean, so I think
Like, if they had to arm wrestle, I think
Yeah.
Superstation Master would win.
Oh, so yeah, I think that's a pretty a clear win, but also another crazy matchup. So
Yeah.
fun to see.
Because his job is to pick people up and carry them while flying hundreds of miles an hour,
Yeah.
you know, without dropping them. So,
Well, I think we should have two left, so I'm just gonna pull them out here. Oh,
what do we got?
we have Batman versus
Oh,
So let me set the stage for the battle here.
Oh, no.
So Batman. Most people know who Batman is. He's the ultimate detective. He's a superhero. He's a human, but he's a little bit more. He's so smart. He knows your weakness. He'll find it and he'll defeat them in physical combat.
Yep.
He has all these gadgets and weapons, famously known for his bat belt.
Always one step ahead.
So Batman, a really strong contender.
Yeah.
On the other side, you have a multi-dimensional, thousands-of-year-old Time Lord who can go
With his own gadgets.
With his
Two
own
hearts.
gadgets. He has a sonic screwdriver
And
that
a
can
bunch of other
fix
little
anything.
things. Bunch of other little things.
2 hearts. If you kill him, he will regenerate at least a few times. So another insane competitor here. But what do you guys think? Does anyone have any thoughts on this battle?
This is really okay. This is the hardest one yet.
This is nuts.
Neither one is a super strength.
No, they're both
It just-
pretty much physically
Obviously,
normal.
Batman's in better shape. He could probably outbox him.
But would the Time Lord even... He would probably know exactly what's going to happen because he can go back in time.
Yeah.
Or forward in time.
he could save his parents. And then he could end Batman. He could end Batman by going back in
That's what
time.
it's
He
and
can
saving-
literally save his parents
Ooh.
and end Batman as a thing. So,
That's a good one.
oh my goodness. Do you have any thoughts, Alex?
It's a hard one because he doesn't have his police box with him. He doesn't
That's
have his
true.
sonic screwdriver.
He doesn't
as
have
the
that here,
minifigure.
yeah.
But we know that he has.
He probably has it in
Those
his
things,
pocket,
so-
maybe, yeah.
He's also crazy smart. Like he could make a sonic screwdriver from scratch if he needed to. Kind of thing. It's like MacGyver almost. You know, a MacGyver character versus Chuck Norris.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, let me go real quick. I feel like both these guys are equally smart. I think they're
Yes.
about. I don't think one is smarter than the other. But I think one has a slightly more powerful tool, and that's time travel. Batman doesn't have time travel. Or maybe he does, but he doesn't actively use time travel. It's
in
not his
most
thing.
scenarios, not normal.
Yeah, and the Doctor is very sparing about his time travel usage. He's very careful with it. But I think he
Timey-wimey
could...
stuff,
Timey-wimey stuff, yeah. I think he could wield it if he absolutely had to against somebody like Batman. Like, he could go into an area where Batman never existed if he had to.
Yeah.
So, I don't think... That's running away from the fight, but I think Doctor Who might take it purely because time travel. I think that's the one reason, because it's kind of like...
A little overpowered.
That's
yeah.
extremely overpowered, and Batman has its own level of overpoweredness, but there's also a pretty recognized limit to Batman. And I think Doctor Who is just a little bit more... He's also had thousands of more years of experience dealing with really crafty opponents. Like he's still gone up against some really smart
The
smart
Daleks and
Daleks
other,
who are invincible, the Master who's really, really tough. So I think he'd get him. I think he'd just get him, but Batman, like if he had to actually fisticuffs, he would absolutely trounce Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
counterpoint here, before Alex decides his vote, is that Batman will also be expecting the unexpected.
You'd be expecting
He'd be
that time.
detective.
Like, that's
so it's like he would be time traveling, and then he'd be waiting there in the shadows, and he'd just
That's
ambush him.
true.
So I actually am going to go Batman on this one. However, it's like...
Oh, you can't do this to me.
I know. Whoever got the chess piece in the right order would win this one.
They would literally. They'd probably end the whole thing by playing chess. Let's just sit down and play chess.
This is the most like crazy controversial thing we've ever done.
This is the hardest decision I've had to make on
Alex,
this
it's
show.
on your shoulders.
It's really hard.
The comments are going to be on fire.
The smartness level is pretty much going to be the same.
I think it's equal. I think it's equal.
But if it was a fist-to-fist fight, like you were saying, Steven, Batman's going to overcome.
Yeah.
With time travel, he's going to overcome. So I feel like I'm at like a balance right now. It's like what's going to like...
Smoke bomb,
Bring it
batarangs, sonic screwdriver. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
they're always
really
one
good.
step ahead of the villain. They're always
They each fight many different kinds of villains as well.
Not always.
so-
Maybe I can help you out, Alex.
Yeah.
There are plenty of times where Doctor Who does not know what he's going to do, and he
I'm
has
surprised.
to problem solve on the spot. That's what the show is interesting about.
It's pretty big.
Batman usually has a long plan, though. That's an interesting one.
Batman usually has the end game figured out.
Usually has the end game planned out before.
It's interesting.
But there are also times when he's trying to solve a case, and he
Or
doesn't
he's
know.
been captured or surprised.
Or captured, surprise. Yeah.
I think when it comes down to who is the better warrior, though, I have to choose Batman.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It comes down to that.
Man, what a close competition!
Okay.
All right,
Ooh, that's a
Batman
hard
moves on.
Oh.
and
Oh, this is only going to get
Doctor-
harder, too. Oh,
This is
man,
gonna get
Doctor
worse.
Who got I thought he was going to go the distance.
That's amazing. All right, so
Interesting.
the skull gets pushed aside, and we'll reset the blue container here with these figures that have moved
Half
on.
the figures.
Half the characters.
Was there
It should
4
be-
of them? Or 8 of them?
It should be 8, I think.
Okay.
So should be a shorter selection here for the next round. Eventually, the plan is we will end up with one Ultimate Warrior battle figure, and I don't know now, man.
You gotta be Superstation
It's
Master.
however we feel. Okay, so Alex, you want to quickly just grab 2 figures out of there?
Actually, Steven didn't
Oh,
get
is it
to
my
go.
turn? Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
go.
And go. Oh, I got 3.
three.
Oh, let me do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again. They got all their accessories.
Oh!
Minecraft Steve versus Stitch.
Versus Forearm
Pretty
Stitch,
decent matchup, I'd say.
So describe the battle, Steve. What would happen?
Good question. I feel like Steve doesn't. Okay, he has incredible strength. That's much for certain.
He's
And
fast,
he
but not super fast.
But he's not invincible.
No.
He doesn't have an endless durability unless he has a gapple. But he could run forever. But he can't. He can take damage.
Exactly. He has a limited number of hearts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stitch, as far as we're aware, like it's really hard to take damage. Stitch can take a lot
You
of
can get
very,
run over, blasted,
very
blown up.
dangerous
Yeah.
hits. And let's be honest, as far as weaponry, a sword is really good, but Stitch is fast. He could probably dodge a sword.
Yeah, or just catch it. He's
also very strong too. Like he's extremely, probably not as strong as Steve, but he's got the
He's
speed
super strong.
for it. So I think this is a better matchup. I think that Stitch would, when he has ranged weapons that are as good as Steve's, laser guns versus bows and arrows.
And Steve doesn't have a bow in this.
He does not, so he
setting,
could keep his distance and shoot at him if he needed to.
And then the hearts go down, and he
Yeah,
ends
the
up
hearts go
going
down eventually.
Game
So
over.
I don't think Steve could use his super strength to the full effect. I think Stitch would quickly realize how strong he is, and then he would like take his distance and attack. He'd probably try to get behind him.
Bounce
He'd
around,
probably take his weapons and stuff like that, or I don't know.
Throw him, yeah.
Throw him while he's not looking. So I think Stitch is better, well-rounded. I think he's more well-rounded for a fight
So
like
Stitch
this.
for
I'm
you.
going with Stitch. And he's got 4 arms.
What do you think, Alex?
Now, I just remembered that Stitch does have a weakness, at least in this part, because this is in the beginning of the movie. He's deathly afraid of water.
Oh, no, he sinks in water. But
Yeah.
it was raining once. He's like,
Remember the spray
He
bottle?
doesn't- Yeah, he's just afraid of it
Yeah.
at this point. So
Yeah, I
if they
think
were
it's-
fighting like in the water or something,
Or if you had a water
Stitch would
bucket?
drown.
Steve, or have a water bucket. He's gonna have a bit of an
Fair.
edge there, but he's not. Water doesn't destroy him.
It doesn't
Yeah.
like burn his skin or
I
something.
still think
yeah.
Stitch has the edge.
That's a good weakness for Stitch, but yeah,
strong he is.
you still would vote Stitch. I
And
see
he also
that.
has the laser blasters. He can hit Steve from afar.
Take
like
his
a
armor
skeleton,
down.
you
Take
know?
his armor
Yeah.
down. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
skeleton. Yeah.
I
I
know.
think Stitch.
One more fun fact about Steve: he can cut through solid stone in multiple, like 3 feet of solid stone in like a couple seconds.
He
Think
is
about that.
strong, but can he catch him?
Can he catch him? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not. He can't fly. He can't jump super high. He can jump normal heights. Yeah, I think that actually Stitch does eventually win in a head-to-head battle, just because
He also
he's
has claws,
a little
too.
more durable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little more durable. But yeah, well, man, Minecraft Steve, a really powerful contender, going down in the second round.
I think Stitch would be.
I think Stitch's pretty
I
unanimous.
think he has the right tools to beat Steve.
Yeah, Stitch might be one of the last figures we have here. We'll
Stitch
see.
is a really good one.
Let's see. I'll pick 2 if somebody wants to hold that for me.
Okay, go ahead,
And
Alex.
then Alex can go after that. Okay. Here, hold it that direction. Okay, ready?
There you go. Go.
One, and I got one,
It's so
and
hard to
two.
grab.
There we go. Oh, okay.
Batman versus Mace Windu.
What a
Oh, you know what? Can I go?
You got a thought, Steven?
Mace Windu is extremely dangerous,
Yes.
and he's also smart, and he's also really good
Force
at stuff.
powerful, yeah.
Force powerful. However, none of the Jedi could see Sidious coming a mile away. They all
could
got
be
fooled
fooled.
by him pretty easily, but Batman would not have been fooled. He
No.
would not have been fooled, and there's that strategy.
Detective work.
Mace Windu is a martial artist. He is capable. He's extremely powerful. He's very wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Force is very dangerous on its own. But I think that the element of surprise, the strategy,
Hiding in the dark.
I think Batman would be a kind of a Mandalorian to the Jedi here. I think he would actually.
Grappling hooks.
He's got the grappling hooks. He's got batarangs. He's got all
Smoke
kinds of
bombs,
distractions,
yeah.
smoke bombs. Like, how do you force out the smoke? I mean, you might be able to do it, but how do you do that? Like, there's a lot of ways.
It away.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You can do that.
That's true. That's true. But I think in general, I think that
The belt has enough tools. Yeah.
I think he would I hate to say it out loud, but I think he would outsmart Mace Windu as you would with probably most of the other Jedi, because they're all pretty. I know they were clouded by the dark side or whatever, but Batman doesn't. He's not affected by the dark side as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
He would just sneak in there, and I think he
So
would
the
do it.
intelligence factor for the
I think he could use
Surprise.
all of his tools to bear. I think, but no, I don't want to be mean to Mace Windu. 'Cause Mace
Batman
Windu
would have all the prep time and would figure out
Yeah.
exactly how it goes down. So.
Yeah, he would not have been fooled by anybody. I think he would have had many steps ahead. In the same way, he could beat the Doctor. I think.
Yeah.
But like that lightsaber though, he's gonna have to be really, really careful.
Yeah. One swipe from the
And the
lightsaber.
Force, yeah, he's got to be extremely careful. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Alex?
What do you think? You got any thoughts on this duel?
You made some great comments on Batman.
Mhm.
I can see where you're coming from with that. But I think I'm going to have to go with Mace Windu.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mace Windu was about to take out the Chancellor, actually the...
Yeah, that's
So
true.
he
Beat
Lord
a
of the
lightning
Sith.
shooting chancellor.
However, it was because of Anakin. But I think Mace Windu is smarter than we give him credit for, because
Mhm.
even with Anakin, he's like, I don't trust him.
He knew he was
already,
going to go
even
bad.
from the beginning, didn't even want to train Anakin.
But if he was really smart, he would have literally kicked him out of the Jedi Order, though. He would have followed
Well,
through,
he
right?
tried to, but
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
sure.
Okay, well, that's a fair point.
So yeah, Mace Windu isn't a fool.
yeah, he's not a fool.
So I think he would be able to, even with Batman planning ahead, I think
He'd be
Mace
able to
Windu
battle.
is just that strong of a warrior that he would
Mm-hmm.
overcome in the fight.
Yeah.
But I know Batman's gone up against like Darkseid and a bunch Superman and a bunch of other people too, like extremely lethal
This
characters.
is so close.
yeah. I'm still gonna go with. I see your points, but I'm still gonna go with Batman. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, I get to
Totally
decide.
respect.
Oh, okay.
I like Miss Windu though. Please don't get me wrong. Folks.
I've literally swapped my opinion twice as you guys are describing it.
Oh,
but
no.
I think in the end it's got to be Mace Windu for me, because we are talking about the ultimate warrior and the ultimate battle, and so I think that just the visions of Mace Windu punching through solid metal. Just
True.
reminds me that in like the Force and the
punch,
lightsaber and all those different things, Batman would give him the battle of his life. He'd probably be even more challenging than Sidious, but I think that Mace Windu would win, and there wouldn't be an Anakin to cut his arm off and save Batman. So
I think Batman is better than Sidious, though. That's just my.
that's
opinion.
exactly that's true.
But yeah, okay.
I think I gotta go Mace
Go with
Windu.
that, that's fine.
Mace
Wow,
Windu
Batman
survives
bites the
this
dust.
time. Batman
I
bites
would love
the
to
dust.
see that fight.
You know
Oh,
that would-
wait, we maybe should specify this is Lego Batman. So, but we'll go with cartoon Batman.
Batman is Batman.
We'll go
I mean,
Yeah.
because Lego Batman's a different story.
All right, who picked a figure last? That was
my
me,
turn.
right?
My turn.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ready?
Go first, Steven. Pick two out of there really quick.
And I got two, I think.
Yep.
Another Jedi. Oh no! Superstation Master versus Anakin Skywalker.
This is
hard.
quite a battle.
Yeah.
Superman versus a Jedi.
So Anakin turning to the dark side, armed with a lightsaber, the power of the Force, and the midichlorian count to off the charts. But with Superstation Master, who can fly, as we've said, about Mach 5, jet planes,
Speed of sound. Yeah.
Probably really strong, probably really tough, but can he stop a lightsaber? I don't think so. I don't know.
Maybe. There's no evidence to his durability. But here's the thing: it's the sneak attack. Like, I don't know if the Force tells you if opponents are on the way.
Sort of.
But
yeah.
if he could come up from behind and literally, punch him in the back of the head.
we know he can go
Yeah.
fast
he
and he
goes
catches
but
people.
if
so.
Anakin turns around and catches him in the Force, it's all over.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He just goes zap, like nothing to it. So it's literally like almost light speed versus someone who's really
cut you
capable.
up, yeah.
Could Anakin see him coming is the question. I don't think he would. would. I think if he's like on the side of a mountain, like looking down, he sees Anakin and just like a falcon goes in and just nails him. If he dared step foot on the railroad track,
Exactly.
I think he might.
You're gonna go Superstation Master. Wow.
Maybe.
I think that's a
so.
Hey,
But it's all in the initial engagement.
It's all
about
goes
the
down.
initial engagement. So, yeah.
Any choice at this point is totally valid. These are the winners of the last round, so it makes total sense.
Yeah,
What do you think, Alex? What are
This
your thoughts?
battle is inevitable. Because you remember Obi-Wan said, then you're already lost. Anakin's lost at this point.
Yeah.
And because he's lost, like in the games, Superstation Master would come right away.
Yeah.
We know this battle
He would
take place.
immediately
Yeah.
go after
Boom.
him.
Yeah.
We know this is going to happen.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Yeah.
I do remember in Star Wars, they often deflect like laser
That's true. You can
blaster
see a
and force
light,
it.
a
So,
laser cut.
and those things go probably what speed of like probably not speed of
A bullet's
light. pretty
many,
fast,
many
so,
hundreds of feet per second.
Yeah.
Just like Superstation Master.
That's a
So
good point. You can
I feel like
deflect lightsaber. You know
that
what?
point you made when he could like force them and then he could.
Cut him up.
Just
cut him
yeah,
up. Yeah,
defeat him.
easily.
So-
Yeah.
But we don't know if he has any weakness, Superstation
Yeah,
Master.
he
so-
might just like catch a lightsaber and be like, "Ha you know, you never know. So,
Maybe, yeah. But
So it's
we
a
know
hard
he's
one.
extremely fast and very durable. He can
Yeah.
carry a person at that speed,
He's
which probably
pretty
takes
strong and very fast. Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
But oh man,
That's a good point, though. He can see lasers coming, and if you train well enough for it,
he could
can train
deflect
your
a
reflexes.
Superstation Master like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
blaster bolt.
like you can cut him before he gets to you.
I think I got to go with Anakin.
Oh man,
I'm still sticking with
this is
Superstation Master.
yeah, I know this is, and again I
On you,
think
Mark.
oh no. Oh,
Okay, we had Batman versus a Jedi. Now we have Superman versus a Jedi, essentially. But we don't know if he's
Interesting, yeah.
extremely strong. He's probably half the strength of Superman. I don't know.
Just because of the unknown factor, we don't know if Superstation Master is a god or he could be just a man
be
who's
from
super
Mount
fast.
Olympus.
Yeah, he could be Zeus in a new costume. We don't know.
He could be
Anyway,
Mercury or
I
whatever.
think because of the fact that Superstation Master may be invulnerable to lightsabers, I think with that mystery factor, I gotta go with Superstation Master. But
Yeah.
dude, it could be close. If he was vulnerable to lightsabers, Anakin could totally
If
win
he
this.
catches him before
Yeah.
he gets to him.
Anakin could block him, but imagine if he blocked him and nothing happened, and Superstation Master says,
Yeah.
"I'm taking you off the tracks." You know that would be it. You know, so I
The
think
trains
I
come for you.
think I gotta go Superstation Master this time.
Alright,
But
there we
it's
go.
oh man,
Very close.
There's no need for an original trilogy.
There you go. There you go.
Alrighty, we still got a few characters left. Should
your
I
turn.
pick next?
Or
Yeah,
else-
I think it's your
My
turn.
Oh
turn.
yeah, there you go. There you
Alright,
go.
what do we got here? Let's see.
The comments are just gonna be
Oh,
crazy.
no, just
I
two
know.
left. Here we go.
We got-
Oh! The mind game
This
of the
is,
century.
These are-
a big battle.
Essentially the same thing.
yeah, similar
Yeah.
powers. So
Who's stronger though? They're both. She
Yeah.
crushed Thanos. She crushed the mind flare thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, which
Yeah.
is worse? I don't know.
Oh,
come
my
on. Just
goodness.
flip a coin. I don't know.
literally similar powers.
Oh, I will say 11 has, with what we know of her now, like confronted
Really
her
evil.
past, whereas Scarlet Witch is still working through
She's
that.
a
yeah,
busy
So,
person.
especially
in terms of like their mental
Even at
powers,
such a young
like,
age, yeah.
I feel like 11's reached a new level, maybe beyond the Scarlet Witch. But are we talking about the 11 from season 1 or like the 11 that we know today?
I'm not sure.
it's hard to say about which
I think they're all
version.
pretty close.
Use whatever metric you want to help you decide who will
Because
win.
she wasn't as powerful in the first movie either.
I think that the mental state of the combatant is very important, and I think that's a valid point there, Alex. So, but yeah,
You know what? I think that's a good point.
11 would like
I
overcome
think the
in that-
stability of Elle, like she could lose control of her powers, but I don't think Elle does in the same way. I think that Elle.
lose her powers for a little bit though.
Well,
too.
that wasn't really
That's
like
true,
they
yeah.
came right back. You know,
Yeah.
that was just for the plot. But I would go with Elle. I think you have the point. I think she's also better at problem solving. I think than WandaVision is because they would have to like find people who are lost and stuff. I don't know. Maybe there's that. Maybe there's a certain street smarts about Elle that's a little bit better. I don't know for sure.
For me, it's in a face-off because
Yeah.
the two characters would face off. Wanda hasn't fought people with the same mental abilities in the same way.
But Elle has
11 will go toe to toe with the forces of evil and the alternate dimensions and just like scream louder and louder and louder
Elle's name
until they
Edna?
pop.
What's the bad guy's name?
There's-
what's the villain's name in the
the
third
newest
one? Or
one.
the newest one?
The newest
Vecna.
one.
Vecna. Yeah, like he can
And
do
so,
the same thing, right?
Yeah, so it was just like head on. She's fought very powerful mental characters. I don't think Wanda's had that same experience to the same level, and I think that 11 would win just because maybe better mental state and better head-on fight with powerful.
Because
foes
people
like
do try to get in Elle's head, like they
Yeah.
try and get in her head, like, "Oh, your father" and all that stuff, and she's able to like
She
get
just
above
goes,
that.
Yeah.
She gets above that, but Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
doesn't. I think Elle would be the winner. Although
Are we unanimous on 11 here?
Although I think
so.
raw strength, no, that's about the same, isn't it?
Yeah, 11 would kind of deflect it. Yeah,
And they both navigate the afterlife thing
Yeah.
or whatever
Even if
dimensions.
Scarlet Witch brings monsters, 11's already gone.
Yeah, 11's
That's
fought
true.
all the
I mean,
monsters.
nothing,
So.
so.
I think Scarlet Witch is more durable, but I think in the initial fight, I think that like physically durable. But I think Elle's gonna win. You know, let's just go with Elle.
Yeah, I think we think
She also has her
the waffles.
Her waffles.
Yeah, she's powered by
You
waffles.
can throw the
yeah.
waffle.
All right. Well, that's all of our figures for round 2. I think now we just
Wow.
have a couple left. So
Round 3.
Yeah, we may as well pick them out of the pumpkin here. So, Steven, you want to grab
All
some?
right, let's
Go
do
ahead.
it. Let's do it. What I got? Oh no! Oh no! Stitch versus Mace Windu.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear!
One of the most powerful Jedi versus the unknown creature, Experiment 626.
Would a lightsaber hurt Stitch?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know. Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
Oh wait! There's a scene where a laser is like a cutting laser is trying to it's going to saw you in half. Like the villain's going to saw him in half,
yeah.
and he's like, "Hey!" Like he tries to get away from it.
Mm.
So I think he knows his limits. I think a laser would, like a powerful enough laser, would probably hurt.
But would Mace Windu
Would
even be
it
able to
do
catch him?
anything?
Yeah.
There is a lot of stuff. He's
Yeah.
small. He's like Yoda. Not too different from Yoda, honestly.
Yeah, it's
But no
all over.
force. He does have the ranged weapons, but those are basically useless against Mace Windu.
Yeah, Mace Windu,
Yeah.
he would block the lasers.
He would laser and pull him away or whatever.
Throw him against the wall, probably. So.
Well, I don't think if he threw him around with the force, it would hurt him.
Yeah.
I think his own weight wouldn't be enough to hurt him. I think he's really durable. But if Mace Windu knew, he could just throw him in a lake and he would drown.
yeah, that's
so
true.
there's that. So,
Or just lift a giant boulder and crush him, So.
No.
That's
That's
what-
that would
pick
hurt
it
him.
up.
Yeah, he'd pick it up.
No. What's his name? Jumbo threw a VW Beetle on him, and he like picked it up and threw it right back. So it's like ooh, raw strength and crazy.
But the lightsaber
Could cut
does
him
that
up.
do damage to
I think it
him?
would do damage because Stitch himself is scared of some stuff.
Mhm.
So I think that would hurt him. I think also Stitch is extremely good in the fight, but he's not that smart.
Or focused.
Yeah.
He's not that smart or focused. Like he's done some dumb stuff in the past. Like he's not self-aware. He's it's kind of like the bridge between a funny animal and a human. They're like in between that.
Yeah.
I think Mace Windu's a lot smarter than Stitch. I think he would know
And
what to do.
Definitely a lot
He's
more.
also trained as well.
He's way more intense,
Yeah.
like intent on the objective. He's like so focused on his goal. Yeah, you have a point there.
Stitch is a crazy little critter, but he has no training at all. Like he has no combative training, but Mace Windu does. Like he knows if you're coming this way, you do this, or he knows how to use his powers to their fullest extent possible.
Yeah.
And we've known that, but I think Mace Windu's going to take this one.
What do you think, Alex? What are your thoughts on this?
I think
this particular
Stitch
battle?
really is a wild card.
Extremely wild
because
card.
that might throw Mace Windu off a little bit.
Yep. As soon as he calls
He
him
gives
something in an
Stitch
alien
damage.
language, he's like, oh!
Yes.
Yeah.
And Stitch also, we can't forget, he learns the power of family.
Yeah,
He has a reason to live.
yeah, exactly.
True. But does it make him more emotional? I guess
Yeah.
because the Jedi don't do that.
Yeah. They're
Mm.
very different.
What about fighting styles? Who has the better fighting
So
style?
for me, when Jumbo describes the creation of Stitch, he was described as the ultimate force of destruction.
Mhm.
So for that reason, I think I gotta go with Stitch. He's just designed to stop the organization, like the
The
Jedi.
organized
He's
fight,
designed
yeah.
to make that crumble, and so he's designed to destroy cities, and yeah. So I think Stitch actually gets it for me. So that's one each. Alex, you gotta break the tie for us, man.
It's really hard. But yeah, the lightsaber though really does.
Mhm.
If that does do damage to Stitch.
And he could
okay.
he could push him
Yes,
away
I
if he
do.
lunges at him. Just push him away if he needed to.
Mhm.
And then Stitch is running out of that energy. Every time he tries to come at him, you could just throw him off.
Stitch does tire out eventually.
He does
but
tire out after a while. Yeah, he can take a few hits. So.
So I think at the end of the day, Mace Windu would.
Wow, yeah.
I think that's right. No, those Stitch went a long way. Like
Yeah, he
he's
did. Yeah.
crazy powerful. This little amazing friend.
We're
Alright.
winning characters.
Wow, we're getting low on. We're getting
Do we
this
win
starting
up
to fill
with
up.
them?
Here's where we're going. Mace Windu is our finalist. Now we have to do L and Superstation Master. Oh no.
So two very different.
Oh
characters
my
here.
word. One of these has to fight Mace Windu now. Oh my word. Oh my word.
Okay,
Sorry.
let me break it down for
Very
you.
different. They're very
11
different.
is having a bad day. Her and Will had a argument. She's
Falling
walking
out.
on the
again
tracks,
another falling out.
walking on the train tracks, and Superstation Master blasts it out of nowhere. I don't think 11 saw that coming.
That's
I'm just saying.
true.
I think Superstation Master rescues 11, and she loses the fight.
You know
he swoops
what?
her up. She doesn't even see it.
Anakin can see lasers coming and fight them off, but Elle's never done anything like that.
No,
Did she stopped the bullet? I don't think she stopped
That's
the bullet.
too quick
Yeah,
for 11 to spot. She's just a little girl. If it was just a standoff, like a Western standoff, Superstation Master he'd start bleeding at his nose, and boom, it'd be over. So,
Pop his head, you know.
He'd be all over.
But the element of surprise is everything. I think Caesar Mace.
I gotta vote for Superstation Master.
He's
just
literally
on the speed.
Superman.
Yeah.
Imagine the Flash versus Elle. I think
But
the Flash.
counterpoint 11 is tough. She would, as soon as a Superstation Master caught her, he would be very bad for him. So
yeah. So even if you picked her up and dropped her really fast, that would basically she'd be over with. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So we have that mystery unknown of Superstation Master.
Probably not the best
like,
choice.
Does he even have a weakness?
Yeah,
we don't know.
We know he's super fast, but he saves people. He doesn't.
He's not evil.
Well, so does Elle. Elle
So
saves her friends.
it's true, but in a fight, like, who would?
She's got that
Who would
really
win? Yeah,
ferocity. Yeah.
Mm.
So.
She's gonna win it. I think 11. If it came.
So
down
am I the
to it,
tiebreaker?
Even with the element of
If
surprise.
you haven't picked Superstation Master, then yes, it's tiebreaker because I still think.
and that. Before I forget, in that latest season, even when she was like, it seemed like she was defeated, like pretty much on the edge of being defeated. She was able to come back and win the day. So I feel like even if Superstation Master like
got the edge, surprise,
gets the edge, even with the element of surprise, she's gonna make it back. She's gonna
defeat
take
him.
it and
Yeah.
defeat him.
There's another thing, though. The thing about Superstation Master is you're talking about mental strength. Superstation Master is just undaunted in his mission. Like, he's literally a machine. Like,
he has only one purpose.
Nothing
is
literally, in the whole game, you could do it for hours. Nothing will deter him from his mission, which is to get people off of the railroad tracks. So, but if she stays off the railroad track, she'd never meet him. So, but that's not.
But if they fought,
guaranteed.
if they were this
Yeah,
warriors battled. So yeah.
I think it's a similar story with Anakin. Only I think Elle isn't as strong as Anakin. I think Elle.
Yeah.
I don't think Elle would be Anakin because they'd have a force off, but he's got his lightsaber right there.
Yeah.
So I don't think she'd be Anakin, but we just said this guy could beat Anakin. So
Yeah.
I think I want to go with Superstation Master.
Mm-hmm. So
Maybe not. Maybe they're not the best pick because he's a little bit overpowered. But
Yeah, well, hey, that's the point of these minifigures,
Yeah, that's
and
the
this is a
point.
very underdog,
Absolutely.
unexpected pick. So.
the comments are gonna be like,
This is gonna
"Whoa,
be
Station
insane."
Master."
All right, so where are we?
Sorry, Elle.
So 11 moves on, and honestly, each one of these characters is a
Top
hero.
three,
and
though?
they
I
win.
mean,
Yeah. So
let's go.
the last two.
Mace Windu versus Super.
I never saw this coming.
This is not the duo I expected in the end, but this is how it shakes down. It's great. So, okay. Want me to set the stage? Okay.
Go ahead.
So
I
we've
think
got
I have my decision though.
Mace Windu has been hunting down this character who took down Anakin, trying to find what happened. The Jedi Order is in shambles, but Superstation Master flies in after Mace Windu steps on the tracks. He tries to attack him. Mace Windu brings out his lightsaber, and then we don't know. It's a mystery. So does Mace Windu cut Superstation Master in half like a Lego minifig, or does Superstation Master unaffected completely by lightsabers? We don't know. So there's a bit of mystery. We just have to kind of assume what we do know, what we can infer. Mace Windu is one of the Jedi to take him down. He doesn't have that mental instability or
That Anakin
he's not
had, yeah.
he's almost obsessed, but he's just focused. I don't think
They
there's
both
any
have the
obsession
same
there.
place of mind. They're
Yeah.
both determined.
Neither has a mental edge there. Pretty strong, fast. He can punch through metal. I mean, if Superstation Master tried to knock him over, he might not be able to because he's just so strong punching through metal and stuff.
Maybe. Oh man,
Is this
a good
I'm
question?
like
It's really hard.
I almost want to go with Mace Windu.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought up the fact that Jedi can see a lot of fast things coming, particularly lasers, which are smaller than Superstation Master.
I now have decided.
Station Master is the size of a human or a torpedo
Yeah.
versus something that's the size of like a
laser.
ruler,
Yeah.
like a measuring ruler. That's not
A
very
bolt,
big.
yeah.
A bolt, yeah. And he can deflect those
Without even seeing them.
without seeing them. Yeah.
Because actually, Mace Windu in the movies
He
blocked
deflects it
behind him.
behind.
He sensed
yeah.
it.
You know
Yeah,
what?
he can sense
I
someone
think
coming.
I
Yeah.
think Mace Windu is probably better at sense. I don't know what the whole Jedi story is, but I think Mace Windu just on paper seems like he's somebody who could see an attack coming faster than all the other Jedi, including Anakin.
And
So-
someone like 11 or
or
Stitch,
11
yeah.
who are not trained in that way. So I think in this case, I think he's the more well-rounded package versus I think let's say that Superstation Master closest thing is the Flash, but with flight.
Yeah.
I think that even the Flash couldn't take on Mace Windu. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because maybe Mace Windu could feel him, see him coming before he gets there. I don't know. I don't know how the brain works or whatever. But I think he has a few more tools which would make him a little bit more capable of beating Superstation Master. I think because this is better than L. I think.
Yeah.
I think this is tougher than L because he's trained and all that. Training has a lot to do with it. So and the lightsaber he can deflect
Mental
lightsaber
rock.
Yeah, mental rock. Focus. He could probably super focus and maybe pay attention to where it's coming. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna go with. This is extremely hard. But I think I'm gonna go with Mace Windu is my pick. I think.
Oh man, yeah. Well, Alex, do you have any thoughts? Or I have some thoughts as well. But I want to hear what you have to say. So.
Absolutely. So Mace Windu, I agree with all your reasons, Stephen. He is a very strong warrior. There's a reason he's right here.
This is the final two.
Yeah. I think this is. I think out of all the Force users, he's the best. I think too.
I feel like we have such great reasons for Mace Windu, but Superstation Master, he has so much more mystery.
Exactly. We don't know.
Yeah. But that could also account for weakness, not just strength. Just because he's mysterious doesn't mean he's stronger.
He might be paper thin. You never know.
Yeah. It might be just a normal human who just so happens to fly really fast.
It's a tough decision. I'm not sure I'm ready to make that decision.
I'm ready, and I think this is going to put the nail in the coffin. But Superstation Master, we thought could just barely beat Anakin, right?
That's right. It was a close one.
But here's the thing. I think Mace Windu has an advantage over Anakin in that he can literally karate chop a battle droid in half using the Force. And so even if Superstation Master is invulnerable, even if he's fast and he gets past the lightsaber and he gets past Mace Windu's sensibilities, which we know are proven, versus other characters might have an asterisk there, Mace Windu's just going to give him a karate chop to the collarbone and it's going to knock him out. That's all I'm saying. I think Mace Windu does win this for me.
Yeah, I think Mace Windu wins.
As close as this is, we still don't know about Superstation Master. If we know his full backstory and if he's literally invincible, then he would have won. But in this case, with the knowledge that we have, I think Mace Windu is my pick.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Because this is almost more of a meme, honestly.
This guy is serious.
This guy could probably beat everybody that was in this bucket, I think. I think Mace Windu.
In the right circumstances, yeah. But what do you think, Alex? What's your final vote just for posterity at this point?
This is, there's just so much mystery.
The vote's been decided. But what do you think?
Maybe I just have that
that uncertainty.
Maybe he could pull through.
Yeah, you think maybe just by the smallest percentage vote Superstation Master?
That could be up to speed as
I feel
high
like
as
Mace
he could go.
Windu's weakness is really surprise because he didn't trust Anakin, but he also did trust him there at the end.
Let's imagine though he knew he was going to have to fight Superstation Master, and Superstation Master knew he was going to have to fight Mace Windu. Do you think he would still win?
I think the surprise would get him.
That's a great question.
Did you know that the guy who just so happens to be the most bare bones knowledge of his opponent? There's that factor. Do they know of each other going into the fight?
No surprise. Mace Windu would.
Okay. So I think that's true. Yeah.
I think with surprise, Superstation Master. Without surprise, Mace Windu.
I don't think there's a character in Star Wars that can go at extreme speeds just by themselves.
Like flying, yeah. No,
I don't think there's anybody who can do that.
That's more of a superhero Marvel.
Yeah, that's more of a comic book thing. Yeah, interesting. Unless I just don't know Wolverine.
Oh man, but
Jedi can use the Force to run faster, jump.
But they're not really fast.
Not quite Superstation Master
level.
Breakneck
like that. Yeah,
not breakneck speed.
Yeah, but oh man, I think Mace Windu we can call him the winner just because.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Just the best
in the straight up fight. I think Mace Windu would probably win. But man, what a
showing! Number 2, the second strongest Lego character in history.
So of our figures that we picked today, and the way that they matched up against each other. This Mace Windu is our winner for this challenge, but man, what a matchup! I didn't realize
this was
how intense.
We gotta do another one. This is
fantastic.
crazy.
Well, we have other categories we want to do tournaments for, so let us know in the comments if you have any ideas. Yeah, let us know if we picked any wrong. Would you have selected any other characters to go further, like the Doctor, Animal, Wolverine? Some of these characters that went out earlier than we
Batman. Good grief. But I'm actually really curious too. Please tell me who should have won in your opinion, considering all the opponents.
Thank you guys so much, Alex and Steven. We'll do more of these soon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.